channel. I am showcasing another flight today, and it's going from Frankfurt, which is here, and we're going today to Cologne, to Köln in Germany. So one special thing about this flight is that we're going to showcase SayIntentions, and using Vatsim radio with the map that comes with it that actually shows live SayIntentions pilots. So for example, here in Frankfurt there's two. One just started off here, and the other one is still on the parking. So we'll see if we hear them, because I set my settings so that everybody can hear me, and so that's what we're gonna do. So first come first, as always, let's get the clearance and the ATIS. For that we need some energy in the plane. Batteries on, radio master on.
Scattered at 2300 feet. Temperature 5. Dew point 1. QNH 1038. Density altitude minus 1400
Set
feet.
that right away.
Transition level 50.
50.
Arriving and departing runways 36, 7 center, 7 right, 7 left. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if basic information service is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. VFR departures contact clearance delivery on 122.035. Advise on
set.
Initial contact you have information Romeo.
And we got Romeo, and stand
Frankfurt
is
Airport.
170.
Information Romeo. 0950.
Frankfurt clearance, November 2 for Alpha Lima, stand 170 with Romeo on board, requesting IFR clearance to Köln. Since we're not taking any notes today, I will try to do it by heart, and if not, I'm just going to have a quick look at the SayIntentions app.
November 24 Alpha Lima, information Romeo is current, cleared to Cologne via the Toba 1 Delta departure, then as filed. Departure runway 07 right. Initial climb 4000. Departure on 118.505, squawk 6575.
Cleared to Cologne via the Toba 1 Delta departure, then as filed, initial climb 4000, squawking 6575, and departure frequency is 118.505, November 2 for Lima. Not perfect, but okay. So 6575, that is correct. Altitude reporting on and set.
November 24 Alpha Lima, read back correct. Ground is on 121.805, safe flight, sir.
Ground on 121.805, November 2 for Alpha Lima. Thank you, bye. So we get ground, we're going to get some clearance to start the engine. Frankfurt ground, November 2 for Alpha Lima, requesting engine start. So, prop RPM to the max. Ignition auto. Strobes and nav can come on. Check the prop area, there's nobody around.
Engine start approved.
Engine start is approved, November 2 for Alpha Lima. Aux fuel pump to auto, and let's hit the starter. So, watching the prop turning first. There it goes. Ignition on, starter blinking, all correct.
Aircraft be advised, information Bravo is now current. QNH 1037.
1037 we just changed. So stabilizing at 17, low idle. Watching the ITT, temping up here in a cold cold Frankfurt today. Peak temperature today is 736, cool start. Engines rising up and winding up. And we will wait for 50. 50, high idle. And at this stage we can turn off the starter, get the generator on, then aux fuel pump to auto. Let's get all the rest set. Gyro instrument all on, taxi lights on, EVIS master on, Pitot 1 and Pitot 2, and we're going to be in icing conditions today, so we need all the icing equipment. right and left windshield, prop DIs all on. Then AP trims the master on, and the ECS gonna set high on or auto. And we're going to, I'm not sure which flight level, but I think it's gonna be roughly, we'll see later on. So, we're ready to taxi. Summit right is here. Frankfurt ground, November 24 Alpha Lima, request taxi. So, it's gonna be Lima probably, Lima Yankee, Yankee 1, something like that. Come on. Frankfurt ground, November 24 Alpha Lima, request taxi.
November 24 Alpha Lima, taxi to runway 7 right via November, Yankee, Yankee 1, M29er.
Taxi to runway 7 right via November, Yankee, Yankee 1, and Mike 29er, November 24 Alpha Lima. So not correctly that what I thought. November, Yankee, Yankee 1. November, where's November? Oh, okay, so he wants us to go back. We're going back, taking a U-turn. November all the way over here, then Yankee. Yep, and then Yankee 1. Ah, this fits. That's all okay. Looks good to me. And before we taxi, let's get set tower into standby, which is 1878. So that's all set. What do we forget? Yeah, the flight plan. We need the flight plan. Import and Zim brief, as always. We got the initial climb set, we got the QNH set. Now the flight plan, squawk code is also set with altitude reporting, which is blinking here. So, top on the Delta departure, runway 7 center. Not good. We don't want that, we want 7. Actually, it doesn't matter because it's the same. It's going to be a Turbo 1 Delta departure anyway, so we're going to leave it as that. Not too bad at this stage. So, the localizer, and we are ready to go, guys. So, taking a U-turn here, left. Didn't hear from anybody from SayIntentions here on the airport. Has been quiet so far. Have a look at the map, see if there's anybody on. There should be a guy over there actually. On our right somewhere. Oh, too much buildings to see anything. We'll see later on. Okay, let's get ahead with taxi. So we're going November. It's gonna be over here. Yes, it's November. We'll take a left on November. Taxi lights are already on, which is a good thing. And as you're used to by now, approaching the runway, then we're going to just do the pre-departure checklist, which is, we have an acronym for that, which is called LAFTICA. LAFTICA means that we need to put all the lights on. And while we're taxiing, let's do it. What we've done is already done. LAFTICA landing lights, they are already on. It's not correct, because normally we should do it when we're just on the holding position. Oh, we wait. Come on. Not correct. Weather nice-ish, couple of clouds, and we are going to expect icy conditions. Now we're not there yet. Continue on November here. And icy conditions are always expected when we have 10 degrees Celsius or less on the ground, and when we're going up through the moist air, then there's risk of icing. So, November Yankee, Yankee 1, Yankee's going to be all over there.
Follow the Embraer on taxiway Bravo, hold short of taxiway Delta.
Following the Embraer, holding short of taxiway Delta Cherokee.
Wind-wise, it shouldn't be that bad with the wind today. We don't need that right now. Emily, can you tell me and the audience when are we expecting icing conditions on a flight? Yankee left here. Yankee big sign over there.
Icing
Say.
conditions are typically expected when flying through clouds or precipitation at temperatures near or below freezing. It's crucial to monitor the
exactly.
outside air temperature and cloud layers. For example, if you're flying at 5,000 feet in a cloud with an outside air temperature of -2 degrees Celsius, you should be cautious of potential icing. Always check the weather reports and be prepared to use de-icing systems if necessary.
Yankee 1, left here. Yes, but a rule of thumb, 10 degrees on the ground means that we need to set everything on, icing, anti-icing wise. Taking left on Yankee 1 here.
Attention all aircraft, information Charlie is now current, QNH 1037.
Straight ahead here. Clear right, clear left. Gonna go to holding point Mike 29er for runway 7 right, which is just up here. And at that stage we're gonna go over the tower unless he hands us over.
November 24 Alpha Lima, contact tower on 118.78. Have a good afternoon.
Tower on 118.780, November 2 Alpha Lima, bye bye. So,
All
that's what
aircraft
we
information Delta is now current.
expected. We got tower, and before we ask for departure clearance, we will go through our checklist. So, Laftica, landing lights, all on. Then, A is the air, meaning pressurization and all the bleeds. F is the flaps to take off, set and indicated as well. T is the trims, prop RPM to the max. I is the inertial separator, which I'm not going to bother about today. And the CAS messages here, over here, all in the green. So now we can ask for clearance. Frankfurt Tower, November 2 for Alpha Lima, holding short, runway 7 right, ready for departure. Slowish SayIntentions today, or we just ask again.
November 2 for Alpha Lima, Frankfurt Tower, runway 07 right, wind 050 at 6, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 7 right, cleared for takeoff, November 2 for Alpha Lima. Cleared right,
Attention all
on the final.
aircraft, Tango now current, QNH 1038.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether that is really realistic. Changing the designator of the 8 is all 2 minutes. I'm not sure if that's really correct. Lining up here, 7 right, identified. Ease up on the power, on the torque. Power set. And indicating. Lining hold the center line here. Looking for 85 knots as a rotational speed today. 80, 85, rotate. Positive 9. Tap the brakes and gear up. .110, flaps can come up. Let's go to 850 mode. Watch the torque, not to over torque. Up there. It's not limited, we have to do it ourselves. As soon as we pass 130 or 140, we're gonna hit IS mode. Bye bye Frankfurt. And where is this guy, the SayIntentions guy? Should be down here somewhere.
Attention all aircraft, information Foxtrot is now current, QNH 1037.
Nothing there. So IS mode and yaw damper, and we are all good to go. Going on nav mode now. And there's Frankfurt. We're going to just pass over Frankfurt. Beautiful airport. They've done a really great job in modeling this airport.
November 2 for Alpha Lima, contact departure on 118.505.
Over the departure on 118.505, November 2 for Alpha Lima. Cheers. Frankfurt departure, November 2 for Alpha Lima, 3,200, climbing 4,000. Sorry guys. Going through the layers here, through the clouds, and now we're cloud surfing.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Frankfurt departure identified.
So see if when it's going to give us a climb to further or higher altitude. I'll look at that. Stay there.
American 1289 are cleared visual approach runway 36 right, maintain 190 or greater till advised.
36 right, maintaining 190 or greater, American 1289.
So on the SID now, going straight ahead here and then taking a left turn over to Metro, and from there we're going to do the transition, which is a towback today, towback transition, which leads us over to the fixed Galco, and Galco is going to be our transition to the arrival into Cologne.
Attention all aircraft.
Yeah.
Information hotel is now current. QNH 1037.
Okay, this is a shout out to Brian in SayIntentions. You might give a tip to your guys in the software team to check what's wrong with the designators. We're getting designators on new ATIS designators every 5 minutes. Can't be correct. Downtown Frankfurt here. Still on 4,000. See when it gives us a further climb.
Attention all aircraft. India now current.
Again.
QNH 1037.
Again. Surely is a bug. Still getting QNH. New QNH is every 2 minutes. I would like to have more further climb. But I guess we'll wait. So, what about other users in vicinity? Well, this guy here. Oh, okay, 37,000. So he would be at my 5 o'clock roughly. If I can see him. No. Lights over
All
there.
aircraft be advised. Information Juliet is now current. QNH 1037.
So every minute we're getting new ATIS designators. Frankfurt departure, November 2 for Alpha Lima, request further climb. Yeah, I have to say SayIntentions sucks today. I don't know why. Doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Frankfurt departure, November 2 for Alpha Lima, request further climb.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Frankfurt departure. Expect the Galc 3 Charlie arrival. Plan for descent in maybe 20 minutes.
Expecting the Galc 3 Charlie arrival into Cologne. Expect descent in 20 minutes, November 2 for Alpha Lima. So okay, then we're just gonna stay, which is okay, I guess. We can stay there, but Frankfurt departure, request climb to 7,000. Very slow.
November 24 Alpha Lima, climb altitude 8,000 feet.
Climb altitude 8,000 feet, November 2 for Alpha Lima. It's okay, so 8,000, fair enough. Let's do that. Let's BS it up.
November 24 Alpha Lima, climb altitude 7,000 feet.
Okay. 7,000 feet, November 2 for Alpha Lima. Okay, so this is not good at all. And what's going on now? We got a master warning. Not sure what it is. See what happens here. Always watch the battery, and the amps are on 0. Okay, what does that mean? It does mean that we have lost our generator. Set the standby. Not sure what this means, guys. We'll go over the main. Well, just first we set our altitude, which we already designated to, and we're gonna VS it up. Oh, we're already on 7,000. Sorry. But what's the warning? What's the fault? What's the problem that we're having? Let's see if there's anything here in the bendix. Not sure what the problem is. Battery is sitting right in the green, but there's no amps, so that it's not charging. Something is not right. And when I hit the standby, something happens. I'm not sure why it goes to the negative. See, I forgot the landing lights. I was talking too much before. Again, the master warning, and we don't know. There's nothing here, no cast messages. I'm not sure why that is. So, there is one way to find out, guys. Electric. Not actually getting it. Alright, okay, that's what it is. Failure is active. Let's reset all failures. I rested from yesterday, which I wanted to try, and I forgot about that. Okay. So, but it didn't have anything to do with the amps. Okay. So, my fault in that case. Okay. What about the arrival? He said Galk 3 Charlie, which is this one here. Galk 3 Charlie will take us from Galko, which is the transition, with a published holding procedure. Going from there to Cologne VR, and from there we're going to pick up the approach. It's going to be 1-3 right today, so we will see what do we have here. We get to 1-3 right. I think we're probably going to use the whip transition. It's an RNAV approach. Yeah, so Cologne going over to whip as the initial approach fix of the RNAV, and then over here, and then Rodox is going to be the final fix, I guess, for the RMP approach to 1-3 right. In the meantime, we'll just have a look outside.
All aircraft be advised, information uniform is now current. QNH 1037.
So let's set that in flight plan so we're prepared. Cologne, load procedure, approach, and we talked about the RNAV, 1-3 right, and we took whip as a transition, and it's set. So everything is in the GTN, should be all okay. And before we come closer, we want to listen to the ATIS. So what about the ATIS in EDDK? Frequencies, ATIS is gonna be 132130 on COM2. I set COM2 now on standby 132130. 132130. Transfer, so it's in COM2, and let's listen to it.
Visibility 10. Sky conditions. Solid overcast at 900 feet. Temperature
900.
24 Alpha Lima, descent altitude 3500, QNH 1035.
Descent 5,000 feet on QNH 1035, November to Alpha Lima. Okay, so we're going down to 5,000, and QNH is local already, so 135, did he say, I think? And let's VS that down. Yep, the there's a cloud layer here, and it says the base is 900 feet, so it's going to be pretty low.
Visibility 10.
But good
Sky
visibility
conditions.
otherwise.
Solid overcast at 900 feet.
Yeah, 900 feet.
Temperature 3. Dew point 1. QNH 1038. Density
Yeah, well, give us
altitude
3.5.
-1700 feet. Transition level 50. Arriving
November
and departing
24
runways
Alpha Lima,
13
descent
left,
altitude
6,
5000 feet,
13
QNH
right.
1035.
Advise on course heading, altitude, and if
5,000 feet, QNH 1035, November to Lima.
basic information
SayIntentions
services requested.
crazy today. Does not
Read
work
back
at
all
all.
runway and hold short instructions. VFR departures contact clearance delivery on 121.855. Advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo.
We got Bravo.
Cologne Bonn Airport. Information Bravo. 1020 Zulu. Wind 125 at 8. Visibility 10. Sky conditions. Solid overcast at 900 feet. Temperature 3. Dew point 1. QNH 1038. Density altitude -1700 feet. Transition level 50. Arriving and departing runways 13 left, 6, 13 right. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if basic information service is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. VFR departures contact clearance delivery on 121.855. Advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo.
So Bravo, and we're just right on top of the layer, surfing this cloud layer, this low cloud layer, and we know what to expect into Cologne. Well, not completely. Why don't we approach or brief the approach chart? Yeah, the transition will be Cologne VR over the Whipple, and then Whipple is going to be DK215, and DK55 is an intermediate fix, and the Rodock is going to be the final fix, which is designated by the Maltese star or cross here on the vertical profile. So Rodock at 3000, which we see up here as well. We're going to have a final approach course of 134. Since it's a non-precision approach, an LPV, localizer performance with vertical guidance, that's the name. Actually that's a precision approach. We have a decision height of 250 feet, and when we have a touchdown zone of 220 feet on runway 13 right, that translates into decision altitude of 470. So that's our DA today. And we just heard we have 900. The base of the clouds at 900 is going to be a minimum approach. So what about the minimum? Well, we have for category 1, which is going to be us here, LPV, what we saw above, decision altitude of 470, and the RVR is going to be, this I don't understand really actually, 2,100 meters. It doesn't matter for us because we have good visibility today. In case of missed approach, we will climb to on 134 to 6,000. When passing DK470, we'll take a right turn and go direct to NVO. So that's the approach chart briefed. So entering the arrival now, Galk 3 Charlie, going directly to Cologne VR, and from there we're going to take the approach.
November 24 Alpha Lima, turn right heading 310 vectors for the ILS runway 13 left approach.
Right 310 vectors for the ILS 13 approach, November to Alpha Lima. Okay, nothing with an RNAV, skip the RNAV now. But we're going to 310, that's what he gave us, 310, and heading mode. And that is a vectoring, so it's going to vector us in for ILS 13 right, I guess. That's what he said, yeah? Probably yes. 13 left, not 13 right. So we got a new approach, so we need to brief this again. So, but first we change in the flight plan. First comes first, we go down here to Cologne Then load procedure. We change this approach to ILS 13 left, and it's going to give us vectors. So we loaded that in. Then now let's change it over here so we can set all the frequencies. So ILS 13 left, ILS 13 left. Here it is. And that means that we have to brief another chart, another approach chart. So, ILS 13 left here. And this for sure is a precision approach. So ILS 13 left has a localized frequency of 110.9er, which we can set right now. Set. We get a final approach course of 134. Let's set that as well. 134 on the course heading here. 138, 134. That is already set. We are getting vectored in, and we will intercept the glide slope at the Legdo at 3,000 feet, which is here, and it's going to be the final fix here. Again, the Maltese cross here at 3,000 Legdo is where we're going to intercept the glide slope for ILS 13 left. What about the minimums here, because it's an ILS now? It should be the same actually. Let's have a look down here. ILS category 1. No, it's 200. Decision height is 200, so a little bit lower down, which is okay. It's actually already set. We can see that when we hit the button, decision height is 200, so it's already set. So that is all okay. Next frequency is going to be Cologne arrival or maybe approach. One of these two, we'll see what it gives us.
Air 1234 X-ray cleared for the RNAV, follow the American B737. Cleared RNAV following the American 1234 X-ray.
So when we close into the approach segment, there's another acronym that we can use, and it is called Please Land Quietly, Friends. So please is a P. P would mean, yeah, what does P mean again actually? What was the P? Oh, go on. L, the lights, which are on, which is good. Quiet is a QNH, local QNH. We got that set 135. And F in the end is the flap setting, I guess. I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't matter. But we're not there yet. We are on the vectors going over to approach ILS 13 left. A nice cloud layer here, and it's pretty low, as you can see, because you can see the ground there, and the cloud layer is low. So we're going to go into a minimum landing today. And not much SayIntentions here. I didn't hear much of SayIntentions users here. See if there's anybody here in Cologne. There's nobody in Cologne. We're alone on SayIntentions. It would be cool if more people would use it, but it doesn't matter. So guys, are you sitting comfortably here? Like the flight so far? Any suggestions what to do differently? Did I forget something, or would you do something different? Well, actually I would, because this part is completely not correct. So I am in a pressure cabin now, sitting at 5,000, which is not correct. But I was expecting an altitude of at least 20,000 feet, because I fired that. I didn't get it. I got 8 or 7. So at that altitude you don't need a pressure cabin. So that's one thing maybe we have to think about. And then fuel should be okay. Ah, there you go. Now things are coming together. The acronym before, please land quietly, friend. The friend, the F in the end, is the fuel. Set fuel to the fullest, which is the left, and we are on the right. So we'll do that, set to the left. And you And the P, now it comes, everything. P is prop RPM to the max. I think that's what it is. Prop RPM to the max. L are the lights. Q is QNH, which is local, and F as we said. Good. Tank fullest. So we are closing into the VR, which is not a part of our routing today because we are on vectors now, guided by ATC. Circling the clouds above Cologne. Beautiful views here, guys.
November 24 Alpha Lima, turn left heading 280.
Left heading 280, November 24 Alpha Lima. So, closing in here a little bit, which is a good thing. So he's trying to get us in here. It looks like that. Take us on the left turn here into Legdo, or maybe also CI13 left, which is the intermediate fix, I guess. We can look at that actually in the flight plan. Where is the approach? Yeah, so Legdo is the final fix, yeah, and this is the one before. 3,000 feet at Legdo. We have 5,000 still, but that should be okay. Did we brief everything on the chart? Let's have a look at it. So, ATs we listened to. Maybe we got another designator now.
EET. Transition level 50. Arriving and departing runways 13 left, 6, 13 right. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if basic information service is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. VFR departures contact clearance delivery on 121.855. Advise on initial contact you have information Charlie.
Charlie now.
Colonel.
Quebec Romeo, climb 7,500, contact approach on 121.9er.
Hey Millie, I'm seeing a river on the left side. Can you tell me which river is in front of us?
The river on your left is likely the Rhine River. It's one of the major rivers in Europe and flows through Germany, providing a great visual reference during your flight.
Okay. Yeah, Millie, can you please tell us something about our arrival city of Cologne?
Cologne, or Köln in German, is known for its stunning cathedral, the Kölner Dom, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The city has a rich history dating back to Roman times and is famous for its vibrant cultural scene, including museums and art galleries. As you prepare for landing, keep an eye out for the Rhine River, which flows right through the city.
So, closing in here. Since we are closing in on the final segment, we will slow up a bit here.
November 24 Alpha Lima, turn right heading 345.
Right heading 345, November 24 Alpha Lima. So what is it doing now? Puts on a downwind again. Whatever. We'll do what he says. So don't lose speed. Just keep the speed up and try not to over torque here. Yeah, SayIntentions today doing weird things about the climb and just giving us new QNHs the whole time. Not sure why.
Climbing to flight level 380, British Airways 228.
What do you want to do with us? Why are you taking us out far here now? That's where Vatsim is the way better option than SayIntentions, because sometimes these vectors are just completely weird. Not sure what he's doing right now. We'll be patient. Further away from the airport. Great stuff, SayIntentions. You're doing great. You know, one issue I have with SayIntentions and what they're doing at the moment, they're focusing on all different sorts of inputs and firefighting programs. Why don't you just actually concentrate on what matters, and that is for SayIntentions ATC, to get that pretty properly functioning, because it's evidently not doing a great job now. And so, yeah, I don't know why all these different things. Just try to concentrate on what you were supposed to do, ATC, and get everything working fine. And it's not working fine at the moment.
November 24 Alpha Lima. Let's get you back on course. Turn right, heading 165 vectors for the ILS runway 13 left approach.
165. Right, heading 165 November 24 Lima. Hey, you suck today. Sorry, buddy, you just suck today. What kind of weird vectoring here, guys? Nice flight so far, and now it just, I don't know, screws everything up. Millie, can you please tell me why SayIntentions is working slowly today and gives me weird vectoring on final?
It sounds like the air traffic control system might be experiencing some delays or high traffic volume today.
Not
this can
at
lead
all.
to unusual vectoring as they manage the flow of aircraft. It's important to stay flexible and follow their instructions, even if they seem a bit off. If you have any specific concerns, don't hesitate to
November
ask for
24 Alpha
clarification.
Lima. Proceed
or
direct
report your position.
CI-13L, descent altitude 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 13 left approach.
Clear direct CI 13 left, descent 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 13 left, November 24 Lima. So we're going direct 13 left. Let's do that. Oh, come on, let's go left. Let's just stick with it, because it's not bad actually. And 3000, which is correct. Maybe Millie just gave him a hint and said, just, how do you get your stuff together, get your shit together? Because as soon as I asked Millie for why does it work, he gives us a call. So maybe Millie, talk to the guy. Probably. So where are we going to come in now with this course? Yeah, well, just do that what he said. CI 13 left. A little bit to the right. Descending 3000. Local QNH is set, and the next is going to be tower. So let's look at our frequency. 1249080. 1249080. Enter. We are in standby. soon entering cloud conditions here. It's going to be a little bit of IMC flying here. Not far away from the airport, maybe 5 minutes, and then we're down. And now we actually can start to wind back the airspeed while we sit in IMC, surfing some clouds, but then entering some other. So good, we have all the icing equipment on. Good thing there. And since we're cleared for the ILS, we are allowed to activate the approach mode. We're going to do right that now. Approach. So as soon as we have our localizer, it's going to capture that and the glide slope in the end. Okay, when we enter Cologne or land 13 left, which is this one here, where is he going to send us? It's a big airport. I'm not sure if he's going to go down here. We're going to try to exit on Alpha 3. So a long landing is completely okay for us today, actually. So closing into on the final approach course, which is designated in pink here.
November 24 Alpha Lima, contact Cologne Tower on 124.908.
Over the Cologne Tower on 124.908, November 24 Alpha Lima, which is finally. And we're not going to call tower until we're on the localizer. Normally you do that when you're established, either on the localizer, on both, or on both. But we'll call tower when we are established on the localizer. Entering IMC here. So, I think we are all good to go. Could we land soon because there's not much fuel here? So, the left is the fullest. So we set to the fullest, which is left. Okay, we are approaching the localizer. Captured the localizer here. Overshot it a bit. 178 knots for flaps 1. So we reduce the speed a bit. Glide slope is alive. Flaps take off. And gear down. Three green, glide slope is captured, so we are fully established now. Cologne Tower, November 24 Alpha Lima, fully established, ILS 13 left. Again, taking ages before we get an answer. It used to be better actually. SayIntentions in the beginning, the answer came quickly, and now we wait like for 15 hours until the first answer comes. Not sure why. A little bit of crosswind, 4 knots from the left side, so we have to crab it in. Seeing the lights already, we are in the fog, and still no answer from tower, nothing. Let's wait another 10 seconds, and then I'll call them again. Ah, there it is.
Kaplan Bonn Airport Tower, roger. Continue approach.
Yeah, continue.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Kaplan Bonn Airport Tower, wind 125 at 7.
Flaps
Runway
full.
13 left, cleared to land.
Runway 13 left, cleared to land, November 24 Alpha Lima. So, the GTN today, or my ADI and HSI, is not performing well. I don't know why we are off the center line here. It's not really performing well. We're offset with a properly set final approach course. So we'll just take it over and do it ourselves. Let's have some fun ourselves, not give the autopilot all the fun to fly here. So we're clear to land with 3 greens. We have flaps full and the yaw damper can come off, and should have done that before I deactivated the autopilot. We'll do that now. Zack. Trying to stay more or less on the glide slope, which I'm not now, a little bit high. Outer marker. Yeah guys, welcome to Cologne here. SayIntentions flight, not too long, weird vectors, weird waiting times, lots of QNHs in the beginning, lots of designators, I'm not sure why. Brian, get your stuff fixed. But I also have to say, they're all doing a really, really great job, because this application is golden. And it really normally works flawlessly. Just today, not perfect. So you're asking yourself why I'm higher on the glide slope, and I told you before, I want to do a long landing today because we're going to take the last exit on the runway, not the last, but one of the last, and so we don't want to land too early. So we're not going to land on the numbers today. We're going to land further down the runway, so we don't have to wait so long to get the taxi, or to vacate the runway via taxiway. Yeah, another thing I forgot completely. I've set my microphone in OBS to sound like a microphone in a TBM. I'm not sure whether you can hear it. It's the first time I do it. I guess I see. And please tell me what you think about it. Is it shit? Is it weird? Is it better? Should we do the just normal settings, or what is better for the audience or for you guys? Look at this nice airport, Cologne. Beautiful. So we got 7 knots on the nose. Trying to hit the center line here today. Beautiful, beautiful airport, guys. Yeah, as we said before, long landing today. Idle. Greased it, guys. Welcome to Cologne. Let's try and hold the center line and watch the map. Yeah, we're not there yet. So Alpha 3, and I'm going to just take a short right turn to see what they give us. They're going to hand us over to ground, which is 121730. That's what I said in the COM 1 standby, to try to be ahead of the flight so you don't really get stressed when you have to go change frequency in the middle of taxi. So Alpha 3 here. And we'll just hold after the holding point, or holding short line, so we are really cleared of the runway.
Welcome to Cologne. Contact ground on 121.73.
Contact ground on 121.730 November 2 for Fatima. Danke, tschüss. Köln ground, November 2 for Alpha Lima on Alpha 3, requesting taxi to the GA. Maybe that would do better.
November 2 for Alpha Lima, taxi to General Aviation, parking via Alpha 3 Echo Alpha 5 Alpha Bravo Tango Kilo 2. Have a good day.
Taxi to the GA via Alpha 3 Echo Alpha 5 Alpha Bravo Tango Kilo 2, November 2 for Lima. Alpha 3 Echo Alpha 5 Alpha 3 Echo, and then Alpha 5 is where? I guess over here somewhere. Where is Alpha 5? Ah, here. Alpha 5, so we're going to take Echo all the way down, and then Alpha 5. And after Alpha 5, Alpha Bravo. Alpha Bravo is going down here, and from Bravo, okay, there it is, Kilo 2. This is the one, Kilo 2. This is Kilo 1, and this is Kilo 2, probably. Where's Kilo 2? Somewhere here. Okay, this is one here, GA. So let's do that, guys. And you know what? I'm not going to do it because it's taking such a long time. I don't want to bore you with taxiing around on the ground here. But yes, I like the flight. I like these airports. They're so well done. And I like SayIntentions. It's a really great app. Just sometimes it doesn't work really properly. Today was one of those days. So guys, I hope you had a nice flight. Welcome to Cologne. I will not bother you with taxiing all the way to the GA, and I'll stop rambling along here, and I wish you a pleasant evening. Thank you. Bye-bye.